Hello, from Wonder Media Network, I'm Jenny Kaplan, and this is Womanica. This month we're talking about women of sound. These women dominated the airwaves, innovating, documenting, and creating the audio landscape we live in today. Today we're talking about a woman whose face was known by few, but whose voice was known by many. Let's talk about the queen of dubbing, Anandavally. Anandavally was born in Kerala, India in the 1950s. She was interested in performing at a young age. While in school, she began acting in school plays and participating in lyrical storytelling, a popular performing art in her hometown. As she got older, she started singing in dramas for various professional theatrical groups. On a hot night in 1969, a large audience sat waiting. Anandavally was set to sing, but she wasn't nervous. She'd done this before. Then, at the last minute, the director came backstage to tell the cast that the star of the show never showed up. He announced that Anandavally should act in her place. Anandavally was shocked and a little confused. She didn't believe she had the typical look of a heroine. And Womanica, a famous theater director and actor, was seated in the front row. Despite her nerves, Anandavally took the stage. At the end of the show, Womanica came up to her and commended her performance. That gave Anandavally the confidence to continue acting. She made her film acting debut in the early 1970s. Soon, Anandavally started landing minor roles in Malayalam cinema, a genre of Indian films produced in the Malayalam language. Besides acting and singing, Anandavally also used her voice as an announcer for All India Radio. With her foot in the door of Malayalam cinema, Anandavally easily made the switch from acting to dubbing. Dubbing is the process of adding new dialogue or other sounds to the soundtrack of a movie that's already been shot. Before the mid-1970s, most A-list female actors would use their own voices. But in a society with very strict gender norms, female protagonists were expected to sound high-pitched when they were emotional and soft in other moments. Not all A-list female actors had that voice. So the profession of dubbing grew and became a calling for many small-time actors, including Anandavally. In a strange turn of events, the silencing of some women's voices gave jobs to many others. Anandavally made her dubbing debut when she gave her voice to the actress Rajashree in the 1974 film Devi Kanyakumari. And Anandavally's breakout performance came in 1980 when she dubbed for the heroine in a popular Malayalam cinema romantic thriller. The actress ended up winning the Best Actress award at the Kerala State Film Awards. Anandavally also received high praise for her performance. Shortly after, she was flooded with opportunities. Throughout the 1980s and 90s, the golden age of Malayalam cinema, Anandavally was one of the most sought-after dubbing artists. Between 1985 and 1998, Anandavally dubbed 7 to 8 films per day. She went from studio to studio, altering her voice ever so slightly to match the sound of the character she was dubbing for. She was so popular that she was able to form long-term partnerships with leading ladies like Geeta and Silk Smitha. She became their voice in almost all of the movies they did. Anandavally dubbed for Geeta in more than 100 movies. Anandavally excelled in this field largely due to her variety in voice texture. No two heroines' voices sounded the same. In an interview, Anandavally said, quote, "That's because I have not given my original voice to anyone. I make variations in my sound depending upon actresses." She was able to capture the seductive sound of the heroine while also conveying the warmth and kindness of a grandmother. The mastery of her craft was so good that she could voice as many as 5 characters in one film. Despite dubbing being a common practice, the film industry largely ignored dubbing artists. It wasn't until 1991 that a state award was created for them. The next year, Anandavally won the award for dubbing for a character portrayed by Geeta. In 1993, she dubbed more than 50 movies. As she honed her craft, Anandavally even did some dubbing in different dialects. Anandavally died on April 5, 2019. Throughout her career, she carved out a niche for herself in the Malayalam film industry. In all, Anandavally lent her voice to more than 5,000 characters in more than 2,000 movies. All month, we're talking about women of sound. For more information, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Liz Kaplan, my favorite sister and co-creator. Talk to you tomorrow.